Welcome back to Unstable TV! And you're through to Irish Couple Reacts. And do stay tuned because this happens every week.
So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you! So we've been learning a lot about religions lately. So we're going to take a bit of a different type of video today. And this is 25 countries with the highest rate of atheism.
And of course, a very big shout out to our suggestees, and shout out to Briggs for showing us our love for these reacts, so we do appreciate that. Of course, it's one thing doing the suggestions for you guys, but it's another when the creator shows us love too, so that's always really cool. So without further ado, we'll jump straight into this for ourselves and you guys. Let's go!
What is going on, everyone? Let's talk about religion,
Hello.
or the lack thereof. Today we're talking about countries with the largest portion of the population that claim to be atheists. If you don't know what atheism is, it can simply be explained as a person who doesn't believe in God or some other form of higher power. There are several flavors of atheism that I'm not going to get into. We're just broad brushing this one with people that don't believe in the big man upstairs or downstairs if you've stepped over to the dark side. I promise there will be people in the comment section just talking about the different types of atheism and how I got it wrong. They're almost like vegetarians. You ask someone if they're a vegetarian and you get a 20-minute speech on how vegetarians are like minor league vegans or serious vegetarians, and it just goes on and on. Never ask someone about if they're a vegetarian. Trust me on that one. We're going to keep this one simple. Look at a worldwide study that was done a few years back. And this will be asked, so I'm just going to put it out there just so you know. In the survey, 43% of Americans fall into the atheist crowd. All right, let's take a look and see what countries are losing their religion. Number 25, Iceland. We start off this list with this Nordic island nation filled with geysers, volcanoes, hot springs, and lava fields, and not much religion. 54% of the population say they are atheists. Now, the believers on this island nation, 95% of them are Christian and 0.2% are Muslims. Those are the two main ones there. Back in the day, they believed in Viking gods.
I mean, Viking gods is pretty
24. France. Even though France has some amazing cathedrals and churches, not everyone's on board with the whole religion thing here. 55% of the French people claim they are atheists. Of the people that do believe, 63% are Christian and 7.5% are Muslim.
Wow.
23. Slovenia. You know, I don't know much about Slovenia. One thing I do know is they don't get on the religion train too much. 59% of the population claim to be atheists.
That's a lot. These are high numbers.
78.4% are Christian, 3.6% are Muslim. You know, for this area, I really thought they'd have a higher Muslim population. Who knows? 22. Austria. Austria, much like Germany, they don't get into the religion thing too much. You'll see Germany later on this list. 59% of the Austrian residents claim to be atheists. Of the believers, 80.4% are Christian and 5.4% are Muslim. You know, that one kind of surprised me there. I didn't think they'd have as many Muslims there, but here you have it.
Yep.
21. Ireland. Blown away at this one. I mean,
It's
I come from a family that's part Norwegian, part Irish. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, my aunts, everyone, they were very religious. I just always thought this was a very religious country. And here they are, almost cracking the top 20 of atheist places. 60% of Ireland's population claim to be atheist. Of the believers, 62% are Christian, 1.1% are Muslim. And by the way, I'm only including the top two religions in any country, or we'd be here all week, just so you know.
Yeah.
Ireland made a list. Ireland never makes a list.
Ireland's never in the list unless it's to do with drinking or being the most Celtic out there.
Exactly. Yes, we are in the list.
Yes.
Whether this is a good or a bad list, that's up to you to decide.
Yeah, Ireland's just happy to be here.
Yeah, pretty much. Happy to be a part of the party.
Yeah, exactly, for a change.
But it is still a Catholic country. It's just there's not as much devout Christians anymore, I'd say.
Yeah, the like 80s or 90s, like coming out in the early 90s, I want to say. If I'm wrong, feel free. The older generation were very religious and they were always their rosary beads.
I'm a little bit shocked so far. I know we've only gone through 4, but the Muslim religion is very, very low still in them all.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit shocked about that.
We don't really see many devout Catholics or Christians over here anymore. We're not.
No.
we don't believe in any of it.
No, so we would be down as atheists as well, so.
Yeah, so we're part of that percentage.
Number 20, Israel. Again,
Israel?
mind blown. This is a Jewish state. How are a bunch of people here not into religion? Now, on this one, I had to dig a little deeper because I was really blown away on this one. The study I found said 61% of Israel's population is atheist.
I'm shocked about that.
Deeper,
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Israeli
No.
newspaper called Haaretz, or it's Haaretz. I think that's how you call it. But anyway, they came up with 65% of Israel is atheist. So not too far from the study I got most of the information from. But of the believers, as you can imagine, 75.6 are Jewish, 18.6% are Muslims, and 2% are Christian.
That makes sense, though.
19, Latvia. Now, I don't know a whole bunch about Latvia. My son was actually stationed there for about a year when he was in the military. But I'll tell you one thing I do know, 62% don't believe in the man upstairs. Of the believers, 55.8% are Christian, 1.5% are Muslim. 18, Finland. Now, you're going to start seeing a lot from this part of the world. They're just not into religion like you might think they would be. 62% of Finland's population claim they are atheists. Of the believers, 81.6% are Christian, and less than 1% are Muslim. They just really don't go for it. I imagine they're just too busy trying to stay warm.
Oh, wow.
17, Canada, or as I like to call it, the land of Doug. For some reason, I know like 6 Canadians all named Doug. I'm not sure what the deal is with naming your sons Doug in Canada is, but it seems to be a thing. I mean, other than the right side of the country, when you got Quebec and Montreal, they go with like Jean-Pierre and stuff like that. But 63% of Dougs consider themselves atheists. Of the believers, 69% are Christian, 2.1% are Muslim. I'm a little shocked there. I really thought they'd have a higher Muslim population, but it's only 2.1%.
Yeah, Sam, we thought it was hard enough.
16, Spain. This is another one that kind of shocked me. Spain has amazingly beautiful churches and cathedrals, and here they are. 63% of their population claim to be atheists. But of those people that believe, 78.6% are Christian, 2.1% are Muslim. Number 15, Azerbaijan. This is another country that I don't know a ton about, but I do know they're not into religion. 64% of the Azerbaijan people do not believe in the man upstairs. But of the ones that do, 96.9% are Muslim and 3% are Christian. A little bit switcheroo there compared to what we've had already.
Switcheroo.
Definitely a switcheroo.
14, South Korea. I'm not too shocked on this one. A lot of Asian countries really aren't into the whole religion thing. 5 of the top 15 are Asian countries on this list. 65% of South Korea's population say they are atheists. Of the believers, 29.4% are Christian and 22.9% are Buddhist. 13, Hong Kong. I'm over 50. There was a cartoon back in the 70s called Hong Kong Phooey. Every time I say the word Hong Kong, I want to say Phooey at the end of it. I mean, totally racist cartoon, but we didn't know that back in the 70s. I just looked it up, and it was a big part of my life. I've always remembered it, and they only did like 16 episodes, and then some other smaller half episodes. Only last like 2 years or something. Anyway, we're talking about religion on this video, not Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And in Hong Kong, 66% of the population say they are atheists. Now, I'll give you 3 on this one. 14.3% of the believers say they're Christian. 13.2% are Buddhist. Now, here's a different one. 12.8% follow what is known as folk religion. If you don't know what folk religion, it's kind of an ethnic, regional religion or customs that fall under the umbrella of religion, but outside the official doctrine or practice of any other regular religion. That's kind of the definition they give you.
Never heard of folk religion before.
Yeah.
At all. So that's an interesting one. If anybody can link stuff down below to let us know about this, do, because that's one we've never came across before.
And thank you, World According to Briggs, for ruining Hong Kong Phooey for me. I used to love that show.
Yeah, but when you watch things when you're a kid, you don't know a lot about the world, so you don't actually realise what it's like. But
that was like such a good show, and the little carrier, #1 super dog, Hong Kong. I should have known. We're gonna have to watch it back now and see what it's like. I've never seen it, but you've only seen it when you were a kid. So. I used to watch the absolute trousers off it. Folk religion though, that's really taking me back. I didn't know that was a thing. That, no. We've done a few like religion comparison videos and different religion around the world videos. Yeah. And that one never came up, so. Yeah, so that's a new one for us anyway. Like Danielle said, link us if anyone has more information on that.
Germany's another one I'm a little surprised on. I mean,
Germany.
most of Europe
Well.
has, deep roots in various religions. And yeah, things change over time, but it usually takes generation after generation after generation to really get away from a religion. And Germany seems to be a place that's cutting a few of those generations out of the equation. 66% of the German population claim they're atheists. Of the believers, 68.7 believe in Christianity, while 5.8 say they are Muslim. 11. Vietnam.
Wow.
Yeah, another
That's
Asian
a bit of a
country. They're
difference.
really not into religion. Now, they do have a good portion of their population that's into folk religion, but 67% say they are atheists. Folk religion, 43.5%, and Buddhist is 16.4%.
Folk again.
Yeah.
Number 10, Denmark. Denmark doesn't surprise me at all. I did read a study by their government that says that
This basically is
80%
Europe
of the
and Asia.
population
Yeah.
belongs to the ELC, which stands for the Evangelical Lutheran, but only 10% of them attend services. Now, they're still part of the church, so they'll do things like funerals, weddings,
There it is.
confirmations, baptisms, things like that. But as far as going or
Yeah.
really considering
Yeah.
themselves that, only 10%. 68% of Denmark's population say they are atheists, with 83.5% making up Christianity and 4.1%
Whoa.
is Muslim. The Muslim population is mostly focused in Copenhagen and some of the other larger cities. Number 9, Norway. Norway is just like Denmark.
Nine.
Over 80% of the believers belong to the ELC, but only about 8% attend services on a weekly basis. And that's the believers. 70% of this country claim
So
they
it's
are
not really
atheists.
nothing.
But when it does come to Christianity, 84.7% are Christian and 3.7% are Muslim. Number 8, Australia. So this one sort of surprised me. I don't know why. They're really not a very religious country. I just thought they would be. Don't know why. But 70% of Australia's population claim they are atheists. Of the believers, 67.3% are Christian and 2.4% are Muslim. Number 7, Estonia. Estonia is another
I'm
place
not
that I really
surprised by
don't know
that.
too much about. I do love their flag. They got a really cool flag. That black, blue, and white. I don't know. It just looks really cool. They're up there next to Latvia and Russia. They have a lot of atheists in this country, which I'm sure some of them are praying right now Russia doesn't decide to stop in Ukraine and start in Estonia. But 72% of Estonia's population claim they are atheists. Of the believers, 39.9% are Christian, and only
Well, Briggs
0.2%
is
are
just out here
Muslim.
doing it. He does not care.
Number
No.
6, Belgium. Belgium is a big country and they're not big into religion either. So in the top 10, I've been trying to look in and find other studies to get a better grasp of what's going on in these countries. And normally the government will have some kind of statistics on things like religion and population. One thing they don't collect in Belgium is religious affiliation numbers. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But 72% of the Belgian population claims they are atheists, with 64.2% of the believers believing in Christianity and 5.9% being Muslim. Number 5, the United Kingdom. This
Ooh,
again
coming to
kind of
top
surprised me with the family that comes
Here
from
we
that
go.
part of the
We knew it was
world.
gonna be
I
on it.
just always assumed the United Kingdom was very religious. Now I feel like I should clear something up, because whenever I say the United Kingdom and then Ireland was also on there, people are all, we already said Ireland. Ireland is not part of the United Kingdom. Northern Ireland is, not Ireland. But yeah, much to my surprise,
There you
72% of the
go. There
United
you
Kingdom
go.
claims to be atheist, while 71% of the believers are Christian
It's
and
like you know.
4.4% are Muslim. Number 4, the Czech Republic. This is a beautiful country. If you've never visited, definitely go to Prague someday. It's an amazing city with great history, beautiful country. The architecture
You
is
must
just
Prague.
mind-blowing in this place. Anyway, 75% of the Czech Republic say they are atheist. Of the believers, 53.3% are Christian, 2.1% are Buddhist, and then there's a whole bunch that claim to be religious but unaffiliated. That's most of them. In case you're doing the numbers here, that's what the rest are, unaffiliated. Number 3,
Yeah.
Sweden.
But they are
Sweden,
there.
just like
Yeah.
most of these Scandinavian countries, they're not too big on the man upstairs. I mean, for a long time, this whole part of the world was all into the Norse gods and all that stuff, and then it's like they really didn't get into anything too big after that.
Yeah.
78% of the Swedish population
Valhalla,
claim
all
they
that
are
good stuff.
atheist, with 67.2% of the believers being Christian, 4.6% being Muslim, and a whole bunch of 1% of everything else. Number 2, Japan. Yes, see, another Asian country. I don't know what it is, but the Asian countries and, a lot of the Scandinavian countries, they're not into religion. Look at Central and South America, and you will not find them near the top 25. I read one article where a Japanese man said that the Japanese people believe more in Godzilla and Pokemon than they do any other religion. I thought that was interesting. But 81% of Japan's population claim to be atheist, but of the people that do believe in some sort of religion,
81, that's high.
86% are Buddhist and 1.6 falling into the Muslim category.
We're going to guess what number one is?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to guess North Korea.
I'm going to guess Italy.
Very wrong.
That's a shot in the dark.
Well, I suppose Italy is another country where it has so many religious architectures and things like that. Maybe it's not religious anymore. I'm going to just go with North Korea because are they allowed to have a religion?
What about Brazil, actually?
No, Brazil might be one,
Yeah.
That's our guesses for the top one. So what was it? North Korea, Italy, or Brazil?
Yeah.
Let's watch this and realise that none of them are on the list.
Imagine I was right.
Were we right?
Number one, China. This.
Oh my God, China! How
did we not get that?
People are atheists in China that it's kind of strange.
That was an obvious
that
one.
They have this many people and this many don't believe in something. 91% of China's population claim to be atheists. Yes, they've all agreed that they don't believe in this. You can't even get that high a percentage when you're offering free money. Most people are all into free money, but then there's those types who are, well, where's this money coming from? Nothing's free, da 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 da. But 91% of the people claim that they are atheists in China. Mind-blowing. But of the believers, 52.2% are Buddhists and 18.2% are folk religion. All right, so that's today's video. Now, one thing I did find interesting, some of the countries with the lowest amount of atheists are actually African countries. Again, mind-blowing. I had no idea, but we'll do that in another video. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.
We will, Briggs.
We will.
We will.
100%. Of course, a very big shout out to the original content creator, World According to Briggs. Make sure you go check him out, give him a like, subscribe and share and all of that good YouTube stuff. Shout out to him as well for not getting England and Ireland confused.
Yes, so many people say it all the time, to us as well.
Yeah.
And we try to explain to them that it's only Northern Ireland that is a part of the UK, and they tell us we're wrong. So, there's no winning.
Exactly. So, of course, shout out to our suggestees. We do appreciate you guys. What did you think of that list, Danielle?
To be fair, a lot of them I really wasn't surprised with.
You weren't surprised?
No, I wasn't.
What?
Yeah, a lot of countries and a lot of people are just kind of moving away from religions and kind of going by a different way of life.
Yeah.
So, now what way of life that is, I don't know. That's up to them. So, a lot of, European countries and... I wasn't too shocked with Canada, and I was shocked with the Asian countries.
Yeah.
I actually thought the Asian countries were very religious, but apparently not.
Yeah, well, that's what we're led to believe in the media here. I honestly thought the Muslim religion was a lot higher, especially in Israel, and it wasn't.
Well, Israel's Jewish.
I know, but you still have to.
That's true, you still expect... in a lot of countries, even Ireland, I was actually expecting the Muslim population to be more of a percentage than it was.
Yeah. Sure, they were saying Australia was supposed to have a high Muslim count and Canada.
And they don't.
Oh, I was very surprised to hear how many atheists there are in the world. So I suppose if you don't look into it, you really won't know.
But then again, you have, like Briggs was saying there, the other people that are just kind of... It's one of them things. I'm not religious, but I'm also not religious. So I don't know what category you fall into. That seems to be... kind of a high enough percentage as well in each country. Yeah,
they're kind of just, I have my faith there when I want it. I'm delighted to see a lot of people around the world kind of having their own path because, you hear these stories of people with regrets too devoted to certain religions. And look, that's their choice, but it's sad when you read the stories. Yes, I know there's two sides to that coin, but I'm only making a point.
Mm-hmm. And some of these religions are Scientology as well, so
Yeah. That's a whole different video.
Exactly.
We won't get into that.
It is interesting to see the countries around the world that are majority atheist though.
Yeah, 100%. It's I was very mind blown by a lot of the statistics. 100%. And you're here not surprised. Danielle's nothing surprises me.
No, it's not that. like I said, with the Asian countries, I 100% was. But with Europe and like America and things like that, and Canada, not really, not too much.
Well, in fairness, you've travelled Europe, so you know from being there.
Yeah, but I don't go to churches.
Why not? So, of course, let us know what you guys thought of this list. Were you surprised by it? Were you not? Do you have your own statistics you'd like to share with us if you've done your own research? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to have a debate.
And also, let us know why you think a lot of these countries are turning towards atheism now instead of religion.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
And if somebody says TV, it's not because it's TV. And that's all.
Everything evolves. So, of course, that has been our 2 cents, and we will chop ourselves out of this.
Always, you are the beautiful people of YouTube, and we have been Unstable TV.
So, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this reaction video. And if you have any suggestions for us to do, let us know too.
And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye.